In this video tutorial, we're looking at the kanji with the core meaning of learning. Let's look at its origins and then we can see the elements that make up this character. Now the very oldest characters here, the oracle characters, which are up to 4,000 years old, you can see there that it's simply a primitive kind of structure, and then on the top is a cross which indicates marks. Okay, when we move up, we see that this character has developed, and here you can see on top, you can still see the two marks, the two crosses, which indicates the knowledge or the learning. And on either side, there are hands. So you've got two hands on the top, making crosses or marks, or writing stuff down, if you like. Underneath, you can see also the building, and then the child underneath the roof there. Now the two hands that you can see, the teacher's hands, the two crosses are the writing or the knowledge, and of course that's being fed down into the child, which is underneath the roof. In the more modern, when I say modern, 2,000 years old, but the standard characters, again on this right hand side it's clearest to see the two hands on top, the knowledge, the roof, and the child underneath. Now that character has been simplified in the last century, and it now looks as we see it now. This is the modern simplified form, and you can see that on top the two hands with the two marks has been simplified to simply 1, 2, 3 strokes. So those 3 strokes represent the knowledge, if you like. There's the school roof down on the left, across and round on the right, and then underneath here's the child. Now the round head has again been standardized to this shape here. There's its body, and then the arms going across, and that indicates the child underneath having that knowledge pressed down, and the child is of course gaining all that marvellous knowledge. Now the words that we can write with this character are school, just the generic term, just meaning any school. We can also write primary school. We can write primary school student. We can write middle school or junior high school, and of course junior high school or middle school student. We can write university, and we can also write university student. So let's have a look at those words. Okay, here's the generic word for school, gakko, that means any kind of school, and on the left hand side we have our character meaning learning. Here's our 3 strokes indicating the knowledge, the roof above the child, there's the child's head, body and arms, and on the right hand side we have the school building made of wood, so we put our element there meaning tree, and 6 children with their legs crossed, and there we have school, gakko. Next we have primary school, beginning with small on the left. There's our body with the hands held tight, looking very small, learning. There's our knowledge, our roof, and the child underneath. And finally we have the school building, the element for tree on the left. And on the right we have the number 6 for those 6 children and their crossed legs. And of course that whole element on the right actually means to mix or to intermingle. And there we have primary school, sho, gakko. Now we're going to change the last kanji from school building to the kanji meaning alive, and we get primary school student. And here it is one more time. There's the kanji for small, pronounced sho. There's our learning kanji, knowledge, roof, child, and to make it into a primary school student rather than a school, we're going to put our character meaning alive, standing of course for the student, sho gaku sei, primary school student. Next we have the word for middle school or junior high school. This of course refers to the actual institution, not the students. Beginning with our character here on the left, line straight through the middle, indicating middle. Here's our knowledge, our roof, and our child underneath in the character meaning learning. And then finally our school building, wood on the left, 6 students on the right with their legs crossed, and we get chu, gakko, middle school or junior high school. Now we're going to change the final character from school building into a living thing or a student. Once again, we have middle, line down the middle, learning, that's our knowledge, roof, child, arms, and finally we have the kanji with the core meaning of alive. Here it is, and of course that stands for the student. And there we have chu gaku sei, or middle school student. Now we don't use the kanji meaning learn or learning with senior high school, so we're skipping straight on to university, and that's big learning. So first we have the kanji meaning big, there it is, a man with his arms stretched out wide, and that's dai. And then we have learning, that's the knowledge, the roof, the child's head, body and arms, and that's pronounced gaku, giving us dai gaku, or university. And finally we have university student, that's big, dai, learning, gaku, and then finally we have sei, meaning something that's alive and standing for student. So there we have dai gaku sei, or university student.